every game. We're also going to see the Athena pick coming out on Zenborn as well.
I just had to mute my microphone. I was clearing my throat, and there we go. Ready to go. Oh,
All right, ready to go. All right, 3, 2, 1, resume. And it didn't resume for me. Where are you two?
56.
56. Pause up there. Now let's try this again. 3, 2, 1, resume. And we are live.
There we go.
We're going to see the power pot starts coming out from the Bastet and the Kabrakan. It'll be interesting to see if either of those people are going to make use of that. Clear is going to be a wash, I think, at this point in the game. Bastet has to be careful when she's clearing waves, not to pounce onto the back wave there, because the Kabrakan can just follow up with that stun really quick if she's not quick enough with the pounce back. So she needs to be careful of that for sure. And Giannis, the other thing is, Giannis can just portal back to where you pounced or where you're pouncing to, so you need to be careful of that as well. So she needs to be careful on the clears.
I don't know if Proxies had a hand in this with Insomnia, where the two wards coming out from the Insomnia team, one at the southern side of the mid camps and one just to the left of the red camp. I don't know if that's something that Proxies just mentioned or it's something they've come up by themselves. But we obviously I haven't really seen it in other games where you come in for that deep ward. Sometimes you'll see it maybe once, like with one ward, and then it would just be the support going up there. But as a 5-man grouping, not only are you going for the ward, but you're going for a potential pick at the same time. And we did see it in game 1. Let's just have a look at... Yeah, straight away, Medusa going into Transcendence and Shibolaki going into Transcendence. Medusa and Shibolaki seem to be very, the two top picks at the moment.
Yeah, on Xbox, they seem to be the ones that the scene really lies on. The other deviations from the past, you'll see maybe the Freya and occasionally Rama, but the Medusa X-Ball are definitely very popular in the Xbox scene right now. The Turtle's getting nice and aggressive here on the wave, nice and early. He's going to take a lot of poke, however. Zenborn guides him back into the Archers. And we're going to see a split on mid-camps as well. Syncrocian and Future opting for their lefts. Giannis and Kabrakan opting for theirs.
Yeah, just have a bit of poke damage coming out from Future, just on top of the Giannis. That's where you want it. Giannis, I can't see what the pots are at the moment, but he should be fine for now. He's got to be careful about taking some Archer damage there. Kabrakan, as well as Isis and Bastet, go for the back line, back harpies even. Just maximizing the amount of farm they get, and making sure that they can get extra farm in between waves.
Yeah, good job by them. They're going to rotate nice and early, and they may actually be able to push some of this back into towers. Seems like Kabrakan and Kai are having a little bit of issue clearing that out. They will get back in time, however, probably won't lose a whole lot, if any.
I think they lost 1 minion, and that's it. They lost 1 minion in that.
And those can be the straw that breaks the camel's back. You keep losing that 1 minion, I mean, that starts to add up. You don't lose anything to tower.
No, well, they lost it to wave, so it's even worse.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's not massive, but you've got to be you can only let it happen a couple of times. Wolfcat going very deep again, not only as a Hades but as a Shack as well. He's got to be careful because Afro, I think Afro should look for a Divine Ruin against this Shack, and that would be probably good night Shack, to be honest with you. Divine would just absolutely wreck him, and don't forget that Aphrodite can actually do some damage.
Yeah, Shock will win this matchup, at least in clear, until level 7, until Aphrodite's birds are able to clear that full wave. Once that happens, however, it becomes a different ball game. There's going to be so much pressure on the soul, and the Shock is never going to be able to rotate. And if he does rotate, his tower's going to be gone.
Bastet looking for an early rotation here. She is level 5, the cats are up. All she has to wait for is that
right there, right there.
It could be... Ooh, Torrent, is it there? He actually has no teleport now because he's used his axe. But I think he actually sniffed out the rotation.
That was probably called from the mid lane there. Good communication by Odin. Overshot on the Spirit Ball from Syncrocian right there. Didn't activate it after he sent it out. Could have been a little bit of damage poke on Kabrakan. As we see Giannis and Kabrakan rotating possibly for back camps here.
I think Kabrakan took his portal then. But yeah, they're just going to back off. No rotations yet from the Giannis at all. You really want to be seeing Giannis use his ultimate pretty much on the bat and look for a very quick rotation, especially when the enemy team is quite pushed up like Aphrodite is in the solo lane. They're actually pressuring on top of the Shack here. As he goes ahead and clears away, this is an opportunity for the gank but there is no one in that jungle, and I think Aphrodite's just going to have to deal with it for the moment, as these mid camps are spawning right now.
Farm a lot more even down in the dual lane this time. It was a little bit more out of sync there, as we saw it around the 4 minute mark last game. Dobson a little bit behind Tyler nice and early, but this time he's managing to he's got his bearings, and he's managing to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going for the farm, and it's just leaving him wide open, is Shaq at the moment. He's, I mean, he is pushing wave quite well. He is actually doing some nice damage with the axe, but he needs to get a few in-hands there, and just try and pressure Watson into tower. But the fact is, if he does that, it is leaving him wide open for a rotation for Bastet. She is in the jungle at the moment, taking out blue as buffs have respawned. And he's just got to be careful with how he plays this out. If he goes way too aggressive, then he's not gonna survive the engagement and could possibly give up first blood.
And the interesting thing to note here is the graphs are really, for the most part, they're even. They're actually in favor of Insomnia on XP, even though that Shock is out clearing and out golding Afro in the solo lane.
I mean, he is clearing way more quicker than Afro, but he's putting himself. It's that potential situation that he's putting himself in. If he did that and Bastet is in the jungle right there, I would be pretty certain that would be a dead Shag. Like, obviously, you've got to have that hint that there is someone in the jungle, and you got to do it when you know you're safe. But he's got no wards at the moment, and I mean, anything could happen.
The other thing that has me a little bit, has me scratching my head, and this is something to take note of, and some of the people on the stream might have noticed it, is that you see the 3-man rotations on back camps on the side of Odin, while Bastet is separate from Isis and Athena when they're farming the jungle on the left side. Bastet's on the right doing the right mid camps, and that's farming efficiency. That's where that comes into play. Once you get that third man into the especially on back camps, where back camps are probably the least efficient part of the jungle to farm, especially when you're splitting those 3 ways, and it's actually a deficit. You're putting yourself behind. You're putting yourself behind so far. Like, you're wasting time when you have Geb, Kabrakan, and Giannis all on the right back camps on solo side of the map. You're not even gaining any pressure on the map when you're doing that, especially when you have the mid wave pushing in. So some efficiency problems there on the side of Odin that I can see. They are out XPing Insomnia as a whole. I think that has to do with Shock, though, early advantage on the wave clear over Aphrodite.
I mean, the idea of Bumbers is that it allows you to farm as a jungler with a bit of help from one teammate. Once it gets to 3, then it splits between all 3 of you, and obviously you don't get as much for it between the other 2 members. Now, obviously, you just want one person with you when you're the jungler clearing a camp, while the other person, the third person even, goes ahead and clears the other camp. That's exactly what Insomnia are doing, and that's what you brought up. As rotation's coming up to Shaq again, but he has sniffed it out. Bastet coming in from the mid part of... Oh, it's actually a forced out rotation from Giannis here.
And Giannis is going to come in here. That's probably a waste of an ultimate, as Future is here on the case. I don't think they realize that 3 men from Insomnia were here. Shock getting a little bit too aggressive, and there's the Spirit Ball. That's going to catch, and Cats are down as well. Here's the ultimate baited out from Shock. The Cats are on him. The Bluestone. Oh no, Bastet doesn't have the Bluestone yet. There is the Circles of Protection is going to come out from Syncrocian. Wilmot on the backline, though, with the stun. Kai going to take a lot of damage there with the bleed from Future.
I expected a bit more there from Odin Smite there. They had a couple of members underneath tower, but yet they managed to sliver away from their grasps. And it looks like it could be more aggression coming out from Insomnia. Aphrodite and Bastet looking, they could easily kill this Kabrakan. He's got to be very careful. Actually gets taunted into mid, having to pop his beads. He should be fine for now. 3 members of Insomnia will just back off now, and as they unfortunately didn't finish off the Kabrakan there. Was there any ultimates online for that engagement? No.
That's big. That's big for Insomnia to get the level 1 beads on the Kabrakan nice and early. Yeah. Especially with the amount of CC they have there with the Spirit Ball, the X-Ball ult, and the ability for Athena to taunt as well. That's going to be big for them. They may be able to pick off Kabrakan here soon, especially with the level disadvantage in the Kabrakan. Kabrakan level 8 to Bastet's level 10 right now.
Yeah, you don't want a Kabrakan jungle to be behind. Just don't want it. The idea is that he gets ahead, and he comes in, he becomes your fat Loki, does a lot of damage, and then all of a sudden he just starts tanking. And that's what you want from your, your Cabrakan jungle, and you've got to be super aggressive. And there's nothing happening for him at the moment. The only thing that's happened is the kill on top of Shaq, and on this Smite. I mean, I can't really see him winning this game if they keep going at it like this, because they're just not playing aggressive enough.
Yeah, they're falling behind here. They put that big Giannis through space and time through, and they didn't follow up on it at all. They just backed off as soon as they saw the Bastet there coming through the back of Fire Giant. This is interesting. If you're going to commit like that and you have a 3-man rotation with the Shock, you think with the Shock ult still up, you would go in hard on that. Shock engaged 3v1 after the fact and ended up losing his life.
Yeah, you gotta have a bit of conviction about you. You gotta think, like, okay, we've just gotta go full on commit into this. And they did. They came in through all the portals and they did look to start doing some damage, but then they realised that, oh no, like, we need to get back to tower now. Shaq's just fallen. And then that's how a few members of Insomnia actually managed to slip away. Geb could get caught out here as his ward is about to get destroyed by his Zenborn and Synchrotion. But yeah, he should be fine for now. Then 2 sentries for Insomnia there. That's just penultimate warding. There's actually 4 sentries on the map for them. 2 hovering around with the Gold Fury and 2 on the sides of the mid camps. But yeah, they've got the vision game at the moment, and they'll know straight away if a rotation comes out from mid.
I feel like I should play this back for Watson after. I've seen him miss that many auto attacks and kisses. But he's playing that lane strong. However, this has to be the most boring dual lane I think I've watched in a long time. Both games, there's been absolutely no action going on here. Just a little bit of damage trading. Just look at the player damage, okay? Look at the player damage of these guys. They're trading a little bit. I mean, they're about 1,700 and 2,000. But usually at this side of the map, you see how those graphs a little bit higher than that. So there's not a whole lot of damage trading going on in the duel.
I think Weekend would be proud of the Cabrakan at this moment in time. He's got 11 minutes in. He's got 322 player damage. If this carries on, he will be pretty much.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
He's right. He's on track, boys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's been having lessons from Weekend.
Oh man. All right, Watson. It's something you'd be interested to see from Watson. Watson just manages to get behind the wave there to try and put some poke on top of Shock on every wave. He gets behind on the back archers there and just punishes them with auto attacks, just getting that little bit of damage piece by piece over time.
Yeah, I mean, he should be just going in straight away. And look at Future here. He's just hovering around. Actually, there is a ward there, so the Shaq does know. Oh, looks like rotations coming up from the Giannis as they come into this duel lane, trying to focus on the Zenboard. And looks like Darkest Knights from Devils. Great bees to stop the portal and the Cataclysm. So that's 2 ultimates for nothing on the side of Odin Smite.
And that's big for Insomnia there. They should be looking for an engagement here now as you're going to make look at Future, make the rotation over as well as Isis. They're going to go and try and evade backhands, and that is definitely a misstep. As Kai is going to get taunted down here. There's the Spirit Ball as well. Bastet in as well. They are going to get that with the Circle of Protection as Wilmot and Turtle are on the run. Tyler was going to rotate in there by the back of the purple buff, and that would have been a huge misstep as he would have been definitely caught out.
Yeah, we'll set the grouping up here. 3. Oh, Synchrosion is here. Does get a Spirit Ball on top of the game, but it's no follow-up at the moment. I think Bastet and Fena wanted to go aggressive on the Medusa, but she was too far back to actually go aggressive. She's actually having a bit of a tiptoe out. Fena coming in from the backline. This is where Dobson could go aggressive. Gets a taunt and the confound. Looks like Dobson wants to come in with the Rising Jaguar. Gets a Poison Dart. A lot of Poison Darts. So point blank is the maximum 3, and that's a lot of damage with our ability. Geb coming in as well, should be here for now. I want to talk about these 2 ADCs. Obviously Shibboleth, well known for his late game. He's got great damage output at late game and great chase capability. Medusa, obviously everyone likes the idea that no one can turn around on Xbox Smite. Like, everyone decides to be Batman with the neck thing that he can't move in. So the fact is, people can't turn around as quickly, and Medusa obviously benefits from that with her ultimate. I keep saying that you can't just rely on a combat mechanic in game just like that, and you've got to probably think about your matchup. Now, obviously Medusa has a good early game. She has a decent early game. but they're not capitalizing on that. It's 0-0-0. Let's just have a look at player damage. What's Medusa on at the moment? She's on 2k for the moment. She's doing, was it 2k? Yeah, 2k player damage, and Shibboleth is on 3.6. So there's been no early game for Medusa at this moment in time.
Over the last 2.5 minutes, X-Ball has actually increased their player damage by double. And they have doubled their player damage in the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
For that team fight. Look at the big rotation for Gold Fury now.
Yeah, but we're 40 minutes in now. This is where it starts getting a bit too late, because Medusa has that level 5, level 6. She can just go very aggressive and a great amount of CC in her kit. But it's gone now. It's gone, completely gone. I mean, there is a chance for her to start focusing on Xbalanque, but now you're just going to get rotations from Athena, Anisis, and Bastet, and it's just not going to work out for you.
From an XP and gold perspective, this game is close, as Odin has maintained mid-harpy control. So that's one thing. It's not out of range for them right now, the win, but Insomnia is definitely getting the better of them on these rotations.
Yeah, definitely. Even though there is a Yanis on top of Odin Smite, like, they are looking for rotations, but the fact is that if you can sniff out the rotation early, then you're just going to nullify it by standing underneath the tower. There's no reason to fight it until maybe the rest of your team come along. And obviously it's just deciding whether or not to go in or not is the best thing. Now Shaq could get engaged on Bastet looking for a rotation. He actually does sniff it out. Future actually he might go deep here. The cats are on the line, and it looks like Love Cat is just trying to get away from the cats, still giving chase. I don't think the damage will come out from them. They are going the cats are done. There we go.
That's worth it. They know that Shock's teleport just went down. They may be able to steal his blue buff here. We'll be back up though. He does have tier 3. So that's going to count down to 1 second. And here we go, the rotation from Wilmot. But the nice dodge by Watson there, just doing the tango.
No follow.
Tango through the unstable vortex.
Where's the follow?
Odin's playing scared right now. They've lost a couple small fights, and they don't realize how close they are on gold. They don't realize that the deficit isn't really that big. It's only about 300 for a full team. Which amounts to practically nothing at this point in the game. So
where is the follow? Aphrodite was at that blue, inside the blue buff. She's got no leap, right?
Nothing.
No mana. And they didn't aggress on top of her. She had no mana. Absolutely zero, nothing.
And there we go, the taunt from Zenborn. The Geb Shield going to cancel that out. Just look at the farming efficiency coming out of Insomnia right now. You have 2-man splitting in the mid lane, the support and the mid laner, okay? You have Afro and Bastet splitting off the speed camp as the waves have been pushed on Shock and that tier 1 tower's down. When you see that type of stuff, okay? When you see that type of stuff, that's what's going to set them apart as it goes in the late game. And you're going to see the graphs are starting to skew slightly in their favor, ever so slowly. But I think we have DCs.
Do we?
No, okay. They were just standing next to each other, being cheeky in the mid lane. Okay.
Alright.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, second game of your best of 3 series, you're 1-0 down. I wouldn't stand around waiting for farm. I'd go looking for it, guys. I'd go looking for it. That left back harpy could, potentially give you that extra gold. There's rotations coming out from Giannis with that through space and time. And yet again, no potential kill there whatsoever. It was sniffed out by Xbalanque and Athena. It's back off for now. And they could engage here. There are 4 members. Aphrodite making the rotation into mid lane. They could even go for gold if they wanted to.
Shock's really been putting himself behind here. You look at Afro. Afro didn't have to buy teleport out of lane. Look at the big engagement here, possibly coming off of Gold Fury as the taunt comes out from Zenborn, and there is the damage being laid on top of Turtle. Bastet getting back on the back line here now. Tyler K down to half health. The Insomnia guys are just all grouped up together here. Their positioning is great. And we see Turtle being split off here. Watson going to chase him out of the fight as well as BB Lovecat is in the middle with nowhere to run. Kai going to get hit with the cats here now as well. They're likely to go down. He will live to fight another day. And Watson going to pick up the kill finally on Wilmot.
Geb almost getting caught out there. I think they took a bit too long there, Insomnia, to figure out what they were doing. Like, do we keep on going? Do we go for purple? Do we go for gold? I mean, gold would be near enough done by now if they went straight for it, but that's just being a bit efficient. Now look at Turtle. Look at him. He's going to get destroyed. Oh, no.
Yeah, there's the Spirit Ball. Insomnia's going to get the Gold Fury as well. There's the rollout, but Dobson's going to pick that up with the jump.
He survived for a lot longer than than I thought. But anyway, Gold Fury does go in favour of Insomnia. No steals coming out from Turtle for now. Possibly see it later on, but good lockdown from Insomnia. They've learned that he does like stealing away from the enemy team, and they've learned to just go aggressive on him, trying to stop that outcome happening as they go ahead and aggress on this tier 1 tower. It's an extra bit of goal for them after the Gold Fury. I don't think anything of the. I don't think they go for the tier 2 at the moment. Best idea is just to back off, buy some new items, shiny items, and possibly look for another team fight.
What I love to see is there's 4 kills on the map with a 4,900 XP and 3,600 gold difference in favor of Insomnia, and that just shows you that they're playing a real team game right here now. They're playing a real objective-based game, and they're out-rotating their opponents. Shock being out-rotated with Afro. Afro didn't even have to buy teleport out of lane here. Shock has 1,600 in act. Oh no, 1,800 in actives right now. 1,800 gold in actives right now. That's almost a full item. That could be his mail of renewal online. He has no pen, no cooldown, practically, at this point. All he has is bluestone and boots for his damage output. And you have to think that that's a misstep on Shock.
Yeah, I mean, he went into the Pestilence, obviously, to stop the healing from Afro. Well, or try to stop it. And he's going into a weakening. So, obviously, he will have to pick up a weakening. You have to. Doesn't Aphrodite.
But when do you pick up the weakening? That's the question. Do you pick it up that early and put yourself behind in lane? Shock was up gold on Afro for this entirety of this game, and now he's put himself behind.
I think he picked it up at the right time. Personally,
yeah? Okay.
I think he's picked it up at the right time. I think he went into the tier 3 teleport way too quickly. I would have been happy at a tier 2 at the moment. I would start possibly looking for a tier 3, because that's when you want to come in the backline, especially a Shaq. If you can get a teleport onto the ward behind the enemy team, come in with a storm call, that completely destroys the team fight the opposite team have. And then it gives your team a window of opportunity to go in when everyone is silenced and look for kills.
Yeah, it's an interesting turn for Shock, as he was winning that lane nice and early. They're outclearing Aphrodite. It's a shame, as I feel that, I don't know, I just feel like he maybe, if you're gonna get Pestilence, if you're gonna get these things to really hurt Afro, you need to make her pay. If you're gonna target things against Afro, you need to kill her in lane.
Afro's had no problems whatsoever. It looks like Zenbo wants to go in here. Not looking for the taunt. Geb Shield was popped, so it is possible for a taunt to come out. Looks like Watson wants to actually go very aggressive here underneath the tower. I can't see anything because of this damn spectator. Because Janus is getting very low, actually getting onto the back. Looking for the snipe.
Darks some nice running down. Turtle is going to be ended right there. Circle Protection is going to hit him. BB Lovecat really low as well. As Future looks for the bleed, and the Pounce is going to go down there. He is likely to die to tower here right now, and he will. He got a little bit too greedy there. Will not going to go down to Synchrotion as well. Watson going to pick up the kill on the back line. Look at Tyler as well, trying to clear off the minions. Kai going to pick up Dobson, and he's going to skate on out of there.
You're trying to chase a Janus, guys. You're trying to chase Janus. Stop it now. Look at that tower. Get the tower.
Oh. There's the taunt on Tyler K, and the birds are just going to miss it. The beads are popped. There's the long spirit ball. Not going to be enough to catch Tyler's. He's going to slither on out of that one.
Yeah, only just though. Again, it's actually back in. I think he was waiting for Tyrick to. It was probably going to give down a portal for the Medusa, but it wasn't needed. Geb coming in trying to save this tower, but it is fruitless because it has gone down. 2 towers fall in favour of Insomnia, and there's only 2 of them left to take down, and then the Phoenixes are exposed. This is probably the time where Fire Giant starts coming into the mix of things. So I would expect a few words coming out from them, from both teams even, for the Fire Giant.
Yeah, we're about to see Fire Giant wards, that's for sure. Insomnia, though, narrowing out with the win the win in gold and XP right now, 5,500, 7,700 in the XP difference right now, and Odin needs to try and stop the bleeding here. It only gets worse from here.
Yeah, it's. I think the Afro's going to be a problem. It's not the fact that it's just what. I mean, obviously Watson's a decent player, but it's not the fact that just Watson's playing it. It's the fact that it's an Aphrodite late game with Warlock Sash, a Chronos Pendant, and the Mail of Renewal.
Take a look at Kai here right now. He's going to be caught with the Spirit Ball. Is going to hit as well. Here is the Geb Shield, though, to at least negate the CC for the time being, Kai gonna escape with just 3 bars of health. Lucky Geb was there, he would have been dead.
Yeah, like, obviously Geb Shield giving him that extra bit of life as well. Looks like Zenborn wants to go a great confound, actually focusing down the Medusa. He's getting very low for the moment, actually going to get taken down by Dobson. Mr. Turtle having to just retreat for now as they, oh my god, Lovecat just walked into the wrong club as a Cataclysm comes out from Turtle, stopping the engagement. Still 5 members, they can't choose who to go for. They need to focus on one person. Circle protection coming out. Is it going to clip? It does clip for now. Shaq just getting out of there, but Wilmot is going to fall. The Geb Shield giving the life just for a bit longer, trying to get some kills off. He does eventually fall to Syncrotion, and then Lovecat does fall. In the meantime, Giannis tried to get a cheeky pick there.
Giannis going to be able to portal on out of that one as Dobson and Syncrotion are on the chaser now with the Spirit Ball going to hit. There's the taunt and the CC chain is real. Watson going to pick up that kill with the birds. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is 4 men are on the out there for Odin. That's going to be 4 men picked off by Insomnia and a Goal Fury. As Future is chasing down Kai right now. Surrender vote put up on the side of Odin.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, this Goal Fury is just about to get taken down by Insomnia. It's not looking good for Odin Smite at the moment. They just don't have that damage coming out. I can see what Shaq's trying to do, but it's just not working out. It's just too much DC coming out from Insomnia. I mean, the ISIS is just playing as a vital part in teamfights. That's them circle protections.
Look at Kai. There's a silence.
To get caught out here. Gets the portal.
There's a pounce over the wall, but Kai is... Yeah, Kai is well out of the range of any of Bested's abilities at that point.
I mean, there was a surrender vote coming out from, I'm guessing, Odin Smite. Do you think they can bring it back? Do you think that... I mean...
Anything's possible.
For late game?
Anything's possible. But the late game is stronger on the side of Insomnia. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. They're the only person you have that's going to do a lot of damage late game is Giannis, right?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that one.
A lot of early game on the side of Odin, and they just have not capitalized on it.
No, you need to be super aggressive. If you're going to pick an early game, you need to be super aggressive.
Bracken, Shock, Medusa.
Yeah.
All early games.
Definitely.
Completely.
Definitely. But obviously there's a few late game gods coming out. Well, Bastard has just been setting up for obviously the other members of Insomnia. A bit of setup, but just applying that constant damage, constant tick damage, dot damage. And it's just even the chase with the cats. She hasn't got a kill yet, but she's got 10 assists.
I'm gonna reckon that Bastet might be on top player damage in the top 3 at least. I'm just gonna have a look here now, and she is. She's second at 13,960.
Yeah, it's just the fact that she's doing the damage, but then someone else comes along and just finishes him off. Like, I wouldn't say it's kill stealing. It's just like, okay, I've done all the damage I can, right, without auto attacks. You come in and finish them off. It's as simple as that.
She's got a little bit more damage online now as the Transcendence gets taken up here, probably on her next back. But yeah, a lot of damage coming out of Bastet. Bastet, a really strong pick in this meta right now. Right into solo lane and to the jungle. Her damage potential is huge, even when being built tanky with a spirit, spirit robe and a male renewal. So not a character to underestimate. I feel like she's fallen out of favor a little bit, but her damage potential is still huge. In solo and jungle. There's the big shock ult.
Taking lots of damage that Stone gets off the mark there from Medusa, just not here today, and she's gonna get taken down by Aphrodite and Bastet, who could actually get the kill. Yes, she does. That's the first kill.
They're gonna go in deep.
Yep.
2-man taunt.
Oh, that's Spirit Ball. Nice.
Syncrotion stepping up. He's been using that Spirit Ball like a shotgun here today. If I had the sound effect, I'd keep popping it as he's hit those up close and personal all night long. As they're going to rotate for the Fire Giant after taking Tier 2 Tower. Gold, handily in favor of Insomnia at this point. 11,946. XP difference, 15,000.
I can't make any sound effects because my nose is blocked. I've got full on Mountain Flu. It's fantastic. Brilliant. But looks like Insomnia are going to take down the Fire Giant after that engagement. And they could look to aggress here. Does the other Kitty Cats online Yes, they are. They could go ahead and probably take it down the tower, but Geb is the main target for now. Gets confounded into a shield wall. Meanwhile, Bastet trying to focus on the Yanis. It's not good enough as the I think the kiss missed on the Aphrodite's. Future still trying to chase down Yanis. I think they should just possibly look for these Phoenixes.
And that's likely what we're going to see here with the male renewals up already with the Fire Giant as well. A lot of ability to regen health here with the Afro as well on the side of Insomnia. They will look to just try and siege this tower nice and slow. Future going in real deep here. Going to drop the cats on type of Tyler K. There's the Medusa ult on Watson. But it's going to be all for naught as he's going to heal right back up. BB Lovecat's going to get popped away with the Afro too. There's the big...
That's a fantastic cataclysm from Geb, but it's not enough. Turtle does fall. Zenborn actually going to get taken down by Shaq there. It was a really good combo. Cataclysm into a Cabrakan wall, kept him under Phoenix. It does eventually fall, but Wolfcat's going to take... Oh no! Is he going to get out of there? Is he going to get out? No, Basset is chasing. I believe he won't do it for now. Yes, he does actually secure the kill.
Wilmot will survive. Just barely. As Insomnia is going to have to back it off here now, as they don't really have the health here. They may try and heal up and go back in once again, but they don't really have the health to go back in there and fight.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
The idea would be just get Fury, go back to base. Let's have a look at the gold in hand. Yeah, 2.3k, 2.3k, 1.8, 1.7. So gold in hand, and that's just for the four members of Insomnia. So this Gold Fury should bump it up to around about the 2.7k mark and the 2.1. Yeah, there it is. They should just go back to base, get some nice juicy items, and then look for another engagement.
That's almost 2 items up on the enemy team with that gold lead right now.
Yep.
When you do with the math, some cheap items, you know, especially when you're looking at carries, when they get into those type of cheaper build items, when you're looking at this, like Soul Eater, Ace of Vitalis, and that type of stuff, that's definitely 2 items when you get down to the carries. And we're going to see that when X-Ball comes back from base here. He has the Deathbringer online, actually, which is going to do a lot of damage with the crit as well, opting to skip the Rage and go right into Deathbringer.
Looks like he's got a Fatalis as well. So he's, at the moment, he's got no real pen in his build. It's just a Fatalis. Personally, I've always loved Fatalis on ADCs, but I don't find it efficient. I just think it makes it easier for you to hit your stuff. I just find it doesn't give you any extra benefits apart from sticking to enemies and making it easier to land stuff. I was talking to Paradigm Jaren today in his stream, and he was contemplating on building Fatalis on his ADCs. Now I said the only problem is that you're not getting power from it when you could be getting the power from maybe Rage or maybe Executioner.
Who is one of the most dominant carries on Xbox right now is Transonics, and that's all he builds on all his carries. That's all he builds, right? And it's to do with the fact that it's hard to hit auto attacks. Okay, so you got that movement speed for the left stick, and then you've got the attack speed for your right stick.
Oh, Geb.
Yeah, Future is going to go down as well. Look at Wilmot here. BB Lovecat down to quarter health, and he is likely going to get hit with the bleed here now. Future going to pick up that kill as well. He had trouble securing kills earlier, not anymore, as Kai walking back in to try and defend the Titan, as he is now down to no health as Future picks up another one. Wilmot going to be in trouble here now, as well as Watson boops him away. Future with another kill. We were talking about him not getting any kills earlier, but he managed to pad his stats here at the end, picking up 4 kills by Quadra, going in favor of Future, and the former Mortality roster, Team Insomnia, securing their spot to the ESL UK Studios LAN with full travel paid, as we get set to bring you the finals here up close. I'm not sure what the situation is with the Barrage game, but I'd say the Insomnia roster has to be feeling better after that first game where they had those litany of DCs.
Where's Ranconius gone? I want intel. I want intel. I'll do it again.
Yeah, I want intel as well.
I don't think